Hello. Thought it was high time for my next appropriate technology video. Kind of had something else in mind when I was planning these out, but given that I've been using this particular machine quite a bit the last couple of weeks, been thinking a lot about it, so I decided to just go ahead and do my video on this one. And it is obviously my reel mower. I bought it last year when my previous gas-powered mower crapped out. And I'll tell you, it was a very good decision. You know, modern reel mowers are very different than the ones our grandparents used. I'll tell you what. Moderns are very light, very easy to push. This machine weighs, 15, 20 pounds at the very, very most. It is absolutely no harder to push in a normal lawn than a gas-powered mower because it is so much lighter. You know, there's a bit of resistance as you're cutting grass, but you're not pushing the weight of the engine and stuff. So I would say they're probably about equal. Maybe this one is just maybe a hair easier to push, especially if you've got good grass. You know, if you can mow your lawn with a gas-powered rotary mower, a push mower, you can mow your lawn with one of these. My lot's right at about 1/4 of an acre, and I don't know how much bigger than that you'd want to go with one of these, just because it's, I think a 16-inch blade width, not very big. So, the greatest advantage is that it takes no fuel, obviously. All the energy for the mower is directly from you pushing. Now, that's awesome. They're fairly easy to maintain. Just a shot of WD-40 into the axle, into the wheels, and on the blades, every so often. The hardest part about these machines is adjusting the cutting bar, which I, found out firsthand last night when I started fiddling with it a little bit. It's very difficult to get those set properly. And I would bet big money that 95% of people that have problems with one of these is because the cutter bar is not set properly. You turn those bolts on that thing just the tiniest little bit and it makes a big change. So the only other major disadvantage to the reel mower is that tall reedy weeds like these dandelions. It just tends to knock them over and not cut. But if you've got a lawn of good grass like this machine is really excellent, especially if it's sharpened. Now, this is probably one of the most bare bones models you can get. This was cost me about $100 at the hardware store. And I have to tell you what, I've been really itching to get that Fisker's Momentum reel mower. It's a $200 mower. It's got some design changes I think would make a big difference in the mower. But and this is what I've been thinking about today. I called Great States American. They go by a couple of different names. I called them today and I asked a ton of questions about setting the bar, sharpening the machine, etc., etc., etc. And I talked to a real person who spoke English. It's a native English speaker. She seemed to know exactly what she was talking about. She did not have to pause or look anything up. She knew exactly what I was saying and the solutions to my problems. And that kind of customer service is hard to come by anymore. So I don't believe that I'm going to be going for that Fisker's anytime soon. I'm going to support that kind of customer service when I can find it. So anyway, there you have my appropriate technology number 2, the reel mower. I hope you all are well. We'll see you next time.